Here's Sam.
The traditional booming spring property season is here, but it's far from the auction mania of previous years. Experts have predicted gloomy conditions as mortgage rates rise and house prices fall. Property research firm CoreLogic tracked around 1,600 auctions for the first week of September, down from more than 2,000 at the same time last year. But the slower conditions are great for first home buyers. And property economist Andrew Wilson from My Housing Market joins us now from Melbourne. Andrew, morning to you. Welcome.
G'day, Sam.
Who are the winners and losers this spring property season?
Well, look, there's no doubt there's been a particularly tough winter for home sellers. In fact, the toughest market in 10 years since the GFC. But of course, it swings and roundabouts. Most sellers are buyers and buyers are sellers. And we are seeing a lift in the market over recent weekends. We've seen a doubling in the number of auctions, properties offered for auctions compared to a month ago. And clearance rates are tickling up a little bit, but certainly is a much flatter market environment. And it's something we need to get used to really going forward. But if we look at some of those buyer groups, there's no doubt, as you mentioned, first home buyers have had a great past 12 months, and we're seeing the highest number of first home buyers in the market since 2010. But at the other end, investors really have fallen away sharply as well with tighter lending conditions. But look, spring has sprung, but it's certainly going to be a much flatter spring than we've seen for a long time.
All right, well, it's the first Tuesday of the month, so the RBA will meet and consider raising interest rates later on today. Two of the big six home lenders have already raised their rates. How does that affect the property market?
Well, of course, higher interest rates are a negative for the property market. It impacts on housing affordability and, of course, confidence. I think confidence is the key here when we do get reports of higher interest rates. And, of course, we had reports of falling prices as well. But if we look closely at the data, it really is a marginal increase in interest rates from Westpac, up 0.14%. And look, a month ago we had ANZ cutting interest rates. It's still a very competitive market out there if you're looking for a mortgage, and we don't have the same sort of problems with exiting our mortgages now. And I think also with a lot of scrutiny now on bank practices from the Royal Commission, banks would be a little hesitant in having a breakout in interest rates across the board from particularly all the big four banks.
Yeah, okay. All right, Andrew Wilson, enjoy the spring. Thank you.
I will, thank you.